Let's see. Here we go. Boom shakalaka. What is up, everybody? Randall here from Crypto Love with Ryan from Crypto Fiend.
What's going on, guys?
Dude, I have been fiending for this all day.
Yeah, dude, it's been a long day. It's pretty ugly outside here in Florida.
Yeah.
But it's been nice.
Oh yeah. Man.
I have just had an interview with the general manager at Komodo
No
about
kidding,
an hour
Steve.
ago, and that went pretty good.
Or who is that?
It's Ben Fairbanks over. He actually has a YouTube channel, which I thought was really, really cool. His name's Bitcoin Benny. He has like 17K subs.
Damn.
And he posts content not just about Komodo, but about other stuff too. So I thought that was pretty cool how he has kind of like a double life.
Yeah.
Not just working for Komodo.
Dude, Komodo's a good one to be working for. I mean, you probably know more than I do since you just spoke with them, but they got a pretty legit platform. They've been doing a lot of work on it, a lot of GitHub commits. They got the barter decks on there. I definitely think that's an underrated platform.
Yeah, I think it's a sleeping giant for sure. I mean, obviously everything's a little sleeping right now, but that one's always been kind of quiet. He even talked about it in the interview how, I watched a couple of your videos. You show how they have the most GitHub posts.
Mm-hmm.
And I brought that up, and he says, yeah, we're mainly just focusing on work, and we're not so much about, promoting ourselves, saying we're going to do this and that. We kind of just get it done. And then down the road, the progress will show.
Yeah, definitely. It's gonna make a big difference when some of these all hype projects eventually a year, 2 years, 3 years down the road have no developments going on whatsoever.
Yeah.
And then there's a few silent ones, silent killers that just dominate everything.
Exactly. Someone says they cannot hear you. Let me I guess I could try unplugging my headset.
Yeah, let's see if
I don't want too much echoing.
We'll see how bad it gets. If it gets really, really bad, then we'll have to do something, but we'll try. All right. There we go. All right. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Yeah, so it's we're streaming on both channels, so some of my people are saying they can hear both of us, which is good. We're streaming. What, when unplugging the microphone? Do you use like a different mic for recording?
I use a Blue Yeti.
Yeah, so just prop that next to the speaker of your computer.
I know. I just try to plug my speakers in. Now my speakers aren't working.
Oh, you might need to hit that transition thing on OBS. When you change the audio, you need to hit that transition in the center of the two things. Cool. So Ross says I can hear Bitcoin going to 50,000 definitely within the next day or two.
Yeah, definitely. Markets, doing what it's doing right now. It's pretty. We're all in the green today, so that's on the bright side, right?
Yeah, definitely up. We'll see if it's just a little plateau and it'll keep going down, or if it's going to keep on going.
I kind of look at it, in a positive. At least for me, I'm pretty happy that, we're at these levels now where, we have the opportunity to make positions that I personally never thought we'd be at again.
Mm-hmm. Oh, seriously? Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's really cool that we have this chance. Some people don't look at it that way. They think we're burning to the ground, but I don't think it's that at all.
Mm-hmm.
It's the beginning. It's new technology.
Yeah. How's it going on the sound thing there? Still trying to figure that out?
Yeah. I don't have that little bar thing in the middle you were talking about.
Oh, on in OBS, like between the two screens?
Yeah, I don't have the two screens.
It doesn't say transition? You just have one
screen?
screen?
I might not have it set up that way. Let me see if I can
set
up the double screen.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Well, here, you go and do that, and I'll just start telling stories.
Yeah.
So, and then you let me know when your audience can hear me. So, man, we met first time in person at the Crypto Influencers Summit.
Yeah, I had a good time. I mean, it definitely was not what I expected.
Mm-hmm. Oh
But
yeah, same
I
here.
had a good time. I really did. It was fun.
Oh, it was awesome. I do wish it could have been a little bit quieter where like because they had it was one
Yeah,
big room and so everybody was mingling and they had presentations. You couldn't hear a thing.
definitely. I mean, Adam, the director of it, he told me that they tried to get in two venues before that, but the first one, they had too many people to go to, and then the second one they got kicked out of because they thought we were going to be too rowdy.
Ugh,
And then the third one wouldn't allow alcohol and open bar, which of course is not
yikes.
fun, but I
Yeah.
mean, it turned out all right for like a 2 hours preparation.
I know. Yeah, that was like last minute. It was crazy because I didn't know it was at a different venue, so I went to the old venue, which was like uptown somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I ran into Hani Abu from Blocknet. And
Oh,
then him and I took a train down to downtown together and got to chat the whole time about Blocknet. I just recently interviewed him. That is another crazy underrated platform they have out there where they've been around for years, like 3 or 4 years already,
mm-hmm.
and they're doing blockchain interoperability and decentralized exchange. He was saying that in terms of decentralized exchanges, really the only other one that can really hold its salt right now is Barter Dex from Komodo. But
Mm-hmm.
even with their interoperability, like I had a bunch of people because I did that interview and a bunch of people were like, "Well, the Blockchain Interoperability Alliance," and I was saying that the whole time too. I mean, it's fun to say, but it turns out it's not an alliance. It's like an exclusive blockchain interoperability club.
Yeah, I heard about
That
that. You talked about that in one of your videos a couple days ago, right?
yeah, they
Like a
don't
little
let
cult.
everybody in. It's just like a
Yeah, that's no good. I mean, we're all here for adoption, and
yep.
when people do that, it's not going to go anywhere.
No, they should call it the Blockchain Interoperability Exclusive Alliance. Blockchain
Yeah.
Interoperability. BEBIEIA. But anyways, so and the crazy thing about the interoperability with Aeon is that they only work with platforms with smart contracts. So that means that Bitcoin is not going to be interoperated with the rest of the blockchains. Freaking
Hmm.
nuts. Freaking nuts.
Yeah,
Let's
I
see.
was staying at a hotel right next to the consensus. I didn't go, unfortunately, because, tickets were 2 grand and
Yeah.
wasn't really too fun to drop
So
them at.
you were just staying up there for fun?
Well, I mean, I was staying. Me and my girlfriend went up there for 2 days, and I showed her around and stuff like that. But we went up there for the crypto influencers award because I was pretty excited. It was my first cryptocurrency event that I got invited to.
Nice.
And we walked by the consensus a couple times, and while we were walking outside, team members of One Chain were walking past us. I was like, oh my god, this is crazy! It was so cool to just see so many big shots that you only see online.
Dude, it is. It's absolutely crazy. I mean, it's cool to meet the people in real life because most people are pretty awesome.
Hmm.
Pretty darn awesome. And like all of these, it is really cool to see them uh, in real life because usually you just see their pictures in white papers or on the website,
Exactly.
but actually seeing
Exactly.
them in real life, man, yeah. Some of them look a lot like okay, the crypto influencer summit. That was fun because all of these YouTubers that you only ever see from like here up.
Oh
like
yeah, yeah,
like
definitely.
when I first saw the crypto crow there, I was like, "Oh my
He's
god, you're
huge.
so
He is
tall." And
massive.
he's like and he's like and he's like, "Oh my god, your hands are normal size." Cuz I'm always like this and they just look
Yeah.
really big. But yeah,
He
that was
kept. I don't know if he knew because he got fished or hacked or whatever. Like probably like 2 months ago. Like right when it happened to me, I got hacked. Unfortunately, like 2 months
damn.
ago. So he kept making little comments about that. But I was kind of starstruck at the event because it was just so cool to see all these big YouTubers. So I definitely probably wasn't as outgoing as I normally am, but I still had a great time.
Yeah. How'd you get into YouTube?
Um, Honestly, I was laying in bed one day. I was watching Data Dash, and I mean, this was back in like August, I think, August, September. And I was like, man, I mean, I was into cryptocurrencies, doing my research already. I was like, why not, help educate other people and people educate me. So I just jumped on board, and I got lucky with a couple of videos that did well, and thankfully enough, I got an audience.
That's awesome.
And
Yeah.
I'm very thankful for that.
Yeah, I know, it's so crazy. Like, I had never, ever, ever in my life would have thought I'd been a YouTuber. You know?
Yeah. Well, you were a veterinarian, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's crazy.
And so, like, I always saw people on YouTube. Like, there were people I followed on YouTube for years. And now I, like, talk with them on a somewhat regular basis. But, like, it always seemed like such an exclusive group. But really, all you got to do is sit in front of your computer and talk.
Exactly. I'm surprised that you went through all that schooling and you said, I want to change it up.
You know, it was, I don't know, you make mistakes in life. Who knows? But, I mean, it got me to where I am today. I just didn't know what I wanted to be. That was the honest truth of it. Like, in high school, I wasn't planning on doing anything. I was going to join the Marines, and then my parents forbade me from doing that. So I had to go to college. And in college, I didn't know what to study, so I had just finished reading Atlas Shrugged by Ayn Rand, where, like, the two main characters studied physics and philosophy. So that's what I did. And then after that, I got a job computer programming for NASA that sucked, and so I quit that. Yeah, dude. Satellite programming in Fortran, like one of the oldest languages ever. And then quit, moved to France. And while I was there, I was like, I want to be a dairy vet, like work on dairy cows. Because I was like, I want to do something where I'm outside all the time, whatever. So I worked on that, got into vet school, did really well in vet school. Turns out that, like, graduating vet school, you have about $200,000 to $300,000 of debt. The average salary for a cow vet is about $40,000 a year, and you work 24/7. And I was like, this just does not work. So I did a few years as emergency vet. Really didn't like it, but now I'm doing this.
Well, I mean, you gotta do what you love. I'm still young. I'm 19, but over the past couple months, I've definitely realized that it's not necessarily about how much money you make. It's, you gotta love it. It's gotta be your hobby for sure.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was just talking with my buddy earlier today. I mean, money's like the biggest red herring out there. Like, people think, oh, once I get money, then it'll be awesome. But it's the biggest thing, because nobody with money is actually happy. Sure, like, they make it look that way on Facebook. They take pictures with their yachts and the girls with the butts bouncing and everything like that. But they're not actually happy. They're miserable. You're chasing this imaginary thing. Yeah. That's cool. You figure that out when you're 19. Took me to be 35.
I know, definitely. I mean, my mom wanted me to go, and I was in the medical program in high school. My mom wanted me to chase that, but kind of just got away from it.
Yeah.
I'm not that book savvy.
Dude, you're in the perfect spot. If you're doing what you love now, just keep doing it. And especially since you know how to build up an audience on YouTube, you can do that for the rest of your life. You know, whatever your interest is, just YouTube about that.
Yeah, I'm blessed, honestly.
Yeah, I like the studio, by the way. You got some nice soundproofing material.
My first 3 weeks, I dropped like $1,000, built myself this nice little studio.
Yeah.
I should probably do a little tour of it. It's pretty. It's nothing like crypto daily or anything, but it's still.
Well, he started out somewhere too.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I'm in my closet. I'm in a closet.
Well, it's a nice background. I like the way.
I know, right? It tricks people.
I want to get a green screen in the next couple weeks.
Yeah.
Go that route.
Oh yeah, you could just lay that right over that backdrop you have there. That'd be awesome.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But not that much news out today. I mean, we got EOS launched their blockchain today.
They were at 10% of the voting. Did it hit 15 already?
Yeah, I think it just recently hit 15.
No shit.
I mean, I think, they had trouble with the voting, mainly probably due to them not promoting it enough, or honestly, probably not enough people caring or really wanting to, put in. I don't know if you had to put in your personal information.
You did. You had to put in your private keys. People were scared.
Especially people in the U.S. that aren't really supposed to be investing in EOS specifically. But yeah, that's cool. I think EOS is going to be phenomenal competition with Ethereum down the road.
Definitely.
I'm honestly shocked when I got in. I started learning about cryptocurrencies probably back in January of 2017. Never really heavily invested until probably around September.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember EOS was like $2. You had Ethereum at $150. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I wish I was back at
Well,
that time, a couple
it'll
months ago.
it'll still, like, here's the thing, we're seeing that stuff again now, and even if it goes down further, like right now we're at a point where it's it's not going to get much cheaper because it costs between $2,000 and $6,000 to mine a Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So like, if the price keeps dropping, miners just aren't going to sell. So there's going to be no more Bitcoin to be, like, no one's going to be selling anymore, just hodling. So, you know, I think that'll help stop the price.
What's your opinion on the new, is that the new Ripple logo? Because that is ugly.
But yeah, dude, ugly as a mofo. I think
Well,
that's either like CoinMarketCap was playing a trick. When I saw it this morning, I was like, man, that is the ugliest thing ever.
That's what I thought. I thought it was just an error or something.
Yeah, it could be. It could be the new XRapid thing, because I know that's like the only legitimate thing that they have. Because XRP is a token. It's a joke that nobody uses. The company's completely centralized. But XRap is the thing the banks may actually use. So maybe that's the new logo. I like the little blue thing.
Yeah, I think it's foolish to, you know, get yourself to rank number 3 and then change your logo, and then people aren't gonna. It's such a common logo. Like, I feel like I've seen that everywhere.
Yeah.
So basic.
Yeah, it's ugly.
You have
Or at least
any
they could have kept the same color.
projects you're like sleepers you're bullish on?
There are a lot of ones that I think are well under the radar.
Yeah.
And they're not the ones that. So, Komodo you mentioned, also Blocknet, I think, also Nebulous, also Lisk. These are all projects that are doing phenomenal work. Not much marketing. I think eventually they'll get the marketing around, but they want to make sure they get everything right first before the marketing, because there's no use in marketing something that's worthless.
Right
I think
now,
Elastos also is way undervalued.
Oh, yeah.
I also think Neo is way undervalued right now. I mean, like,
sure.
less than $50 Neo. I was actually contemplating just buying a whole bunch more now, because it's just like,
now, I mean, no financial advice, but I'm considering jumping in a little bit, because you might never see some of these prices again, honestly.
Yeah. All I do is give financial advice on my channel, so I'm totally no, just kidding. I'm not.
No, I actually, about Nebulous, I had an interview with the CEO like a month ago.
Zoo?
Yeah.
Damn.
It was a really good interview, but again, I was trying out this new recording software for Skype called like Ever, and it did not record it. And it was over. I was so crushed, because that's when I started interviewing companies and stuff. I messaged the CEO or his like little desk lady, and she was like yelling at me. It was, I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Please, just one more time. But I still love the project, but that's definitely an interview that got away.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, because the recording software never tells you when it's going to work. Like, I always double record, and I'm still paranoid that it's going to not work. Like, Zoom, one reason I use Zoom is because it has a pretty cool record function in there.
Yeah, I'm going to start using Zoom from now on.
Yeah, so I think you may have to pay for it to use a recording function, but it's totally worth it. And then also, I record on the background with ScreenFlow. So double record everything.
Double.
Yeah, but I did an interview with someone for one of his like things, and it turned out where he lost it. So he did it again, but it just sucked, because the first interview was like so good, and then the second one we were just kind of like, meh, whatever. Nah. Yeah.
The vibe was destroyed.
So what about you? What sleeper cryptos do you have?
I mean, not necessarily sleepers. I'm very bullish on Substratum. I'm honestly shocked they're at 28 cents right now. That's incredible.
Yeah.
But I feel like obviously right now in the crypto space, people just want to buy the coins that have announcements coming up, and Substratum's at the point where they're about to release their final platform, be out on the market, and then that's that. But down the road, I'm sure they're going to be phenomenal. I don't have a position on it, but Crowd Machine. I think Crowd Machine's going to be pretty well. They've been making slow movement recently.
Charlie Shrem's biggest investment to date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
Not too many. Siren Labs, phenomenal project.
Oh yeah, dude, I saw you just interviewed them.
Yeah,
Very cool.
incredible guy, such a nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
Really just changed my overall view. At the very end of the video, it was like a cutscene from after our actual interview. Like he didn't know I was gonna put it in there, but I threw it in there anyways because why not? And he was like, Ryan, everyone on the blockchain is going to buy this phone, the new Finny phone coming out.
Mm-hmm.
So that just took me. I said, take my money right away.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Pundy X. I think that's a pretty good project.
Mm-hmm.
Like that one. I haven't been looking too much into projects in like the 1 to 200 range. I need to start definitely researching more.
Yeah, dude, it's tough. Like I remember, back when I first started the channel, I used to spend so much more time looking at stuff below 100. But right now, there's just no time in the day. Like I feel like so much time goes into making episodes, doing interviews, researching for the interviews and everything that like just finding those things is crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. SEC finally announces they don't think Ethereum is a security. I thought that was pretty interesting because he talks about how he doesn't think Ethereum's a security because there's no real like centralized organization to back it up. Mm-hmm. But isn't that how like the majority of cryptocurrencies are? Well, not the majority, but I mean,
but the whole securities thing is just messed up because it's based on a stupid test from like 1950s based on oranges.
Yeah, exactly.
In our state, the state of Florida. Yeah, the orange state. But what part of Florida are you in?
I am specifically in like the Clearwater, Tampa Bay area.
West Coast.
Yeah, so
I'm East Coast,
3-4
man.
hours from you.
East Coast, you're West Coast.
West Coast.
I'm Fort Lauderdale. Yeah, I was thinking, you like Clearwater?
Yeah, I mean it's nice.
Is the water actually like that really, really blue color?
Not at all. I mean it varies, but
the name
majority
is deceiving.
Of the time it's like a brown.
Yeah.
It's I mean Clearwater got ranked #1 in the country like a couple years ago, and I was shocked. I mean it's a very nice beach. Don't get me wrong, but I mean I guess since I live there, I don't appreciate it as much as I should.
Yeah. Yeah. So you made a couple videos, one on Ripple and one on Litecoin, that are some of your most popular videos. You still think favorably of both of those?
Honestly, that's when I first started YouTube, when, you know, I was jumping into the hype. Yeah. Those videos, I honestly should probably take them down.
No way.
They're not, I'm not going to take them down, but they are not, you know, the best informative. That's when I was kind of just throwing stuff out of my butt and didn't realize, you know, the level of viewers they would get. With Ripple, no, I don't. I'm not gonna jump on the bandwagon of Ripple.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of was like two-sided on Ripple at one point because I was thinking like, okay, you have a centralized cryptocurrency where a bunch of banks are gonna jump on with trillions of dollars. It could do very well, but I didn't really understand the full fundamental of Ripple owns like half cryptocurrencies and the banks aren't actually making transactions with XRP.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of going to be staying away from that.
Yeah. How about Litecoin? Litecoin just broke $100 for the first time in months and months since its spike.
Yeah. I remember when it was around like 80 and it broke to like 190, something like that. I think that's when I made that. That's when I made that video when it broke to like almost $300. Litecoin also, I don't know. I feel like it's just there's not anything going on with it to the point where I want to invest in projects that are going to really be like super beneficial to everyone. And Litecoin is beneficial, but it's just a simple peer-to-peer transactable currency. I don't think it's
yeah. Like I see they have a huge community and they're aiming to do stuff like Light Pay and all these different things, but at the same time, once Bitcoin has Lightning Network in production mode, what's the point of Litecoin?
Yeah, that's exactly. They're too similar, definitely. And another one that I think is really undervalued, but I don't see them going. I mean, they really just have to get a pump. Is Vertcoin? I think Vertcoin's a phenomenal project, but they just don't like to move.
Yeah.
At all, even when the market was healthy.
Yeah, I really like Vertcoin. They had that one-click miner, which I thought was totally awesome. I know there's one dude I think Sammy Arias, who watches my channel, who eventually is going to set up a Vertcoin one-click miner, and then we're gonna do something with that because mining seems fun, you know?
Yeah, yeah. My buddy, literally down the road, he was telling me about his mining rigs. I think he said he has like 6 or 7. He's making a lot of money. I think he's mining Zcash and a couple others, and he's raking in. I think he was saying over $100,000 like every 2 months, and I was just blown away. And that's just, you know, that's an investment that's just going to grow over time.
Yeah.
So definitely something to look into.
Yeah.
You know, research that though.
He knows what he's doing.
For me,
see, what I want to do, I'm not sure if you saw that article today that like 5% of all Monero in circulation is like, what do they call it? Cryptojacked or like maliciously mined.
Yeah. Through
that's what I want to mine. I want to just send out
like
a Trojan or something that just mines Monero on everyone else's computer and puts it in my wallet.
Yeah, I was hearing about that. Like when people visit websites, they use their computing power. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Just imagine if like YouTube did that. Instant millions.
See, I have this long-term vision for how things are going because, you know how like artificial intelligence is basically going to replace humans, take away all of our jobs. But like the one thing that will still have a value, aside from being used as a battery as we are in the Matrix, is our attention. And so like you'll actually be rewarded for giving your attention. Like instead of you having to pay to have cable or watch YouTube, you'll actually get paid for it. Like that'll be our jobs. Just whatever we put our attention on.
Isn't that kind of how like basic attention token is?
Yeah. But also, like, you kind of, except for that you put your money in there and you say, hey, I want to tip this much this month based on what I do.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I think if it's already worked into there.
Didn't Chico Crypto, I watched that live stream you guys had, like 2 weeks ago. Were you guys talking about how he's in the process of, like, creating their own cryptocurrency or something like that?
Coin. Yeah. Coin.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is it that simple?
Yeah. I mean, it's not simple. He put in, I mean, Gavin Belfort put in a lot of work. But yeah, Coin. They had an airdrop. Yeah. And I don't know if it's on any exchanges yet. I haven't checked. But yeah, that would be a good question for him. He's a busy dude. Dude, I find that like everyone gets to be so freaking busy in crypto.
Damn, everyone's saying still no sound from Crypto Love.
Really?
I'm sorry, guys. I can't figure it out.
Yeah, they could just hop over to watch it on my channel.
Yeah, if you guys want, go over to Crypto Love's channel, and he's streaming as well. Watch it on there. I apologize, guys. I will definitely have this figured out for future streams.
You took you tried taking out your
yeah, when I don't know what's going on. When I take out my headset.
Yeah, and then just the volume comes out of your computer.
And when I put on my speakers, nothing is playing.
You can't hear me coming out of your speakers? No sound coming out of your speakers? And if you change the sound preferences on your computer, it doesn't change anything? Yeah. You'd think they would make like all this streaming stuff so much easier.
I mean, it is probably easy. I'm just an idiot. Can't figure it out.
Maybe it's the sound.
They can hear me, they just can't hear you.
Can you hear me out of your speakers?
No.
You can't hear me out of your... But you hear me out of your ear right now?
Yeah.
Because you plugged it back in?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's the audio on Zoom, but I don't know. Yeah. So let's see.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Coin is on Fork Delta right now. You can get some Coin. Fork Delta. That's like previously Ether Delta.
You know, I jumped on my first decentralized exchange like last week, and I gotta say, it was a pleasuring experience.
Dude, decentralized exchanges are the way of the future.
Actually, I can't really say that. I used Bancor to pick up Siren Labs, and it was a great experience. Linked up my MetaMask wallet, but for some reason, only a little less than half of my transaction went through, and I lost like $1,000.
Wait, how'd that happen?
I don't know. I contacted. Well, there's no way to contact Bancor.
Yeah.
There's no email or anything.
Wait, you sent tokens to Bancor, or you sent?
I linked my MetaMask wallet to Bancor to
Yeah.
purchase Serum Labs with Ethereum.
Yeah.
When I did that, only like a little less than half of the Serum tokens
No
went back to my
shit.
MetaMask wallet.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Huh.
So I contacted MetaMask. I've been talking to them the past couple days, but can't figure it out.
That's really weird.
It's the first time I've ever had something like that happen with the transaction.
But it took out all the Ethereum for...
Yeah.
Damn.
Took it. I don't know if they I mean, I doubt they scammed me or anything like that.
Yeah.
Probably just a problem with the hash rate or something like that.
Yeah, that stuff does suck. I like Switcheo is another new one. So like Bancor is going to do really well, I think. Switcheo is another one. That's like the Neo-based one. That 5
yeah,
tokens.
after I made my PunDX video, because I saw they were listed on Switcheo, and I was like, what's Switcheo? I got so many hate comments about Switcheo, how good of an exchange it is.
Really?
So I'm definitely going to have to check that one out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and also they have ledger support now, so you can do it straight from a ledger.
Oh, sweet.
Definitely. Def. So, do you know anything about Apex? I don't know.
No, I do not.
That is one that I have to take a look at. Definitely.
I do not know Apex.
What about Bab? People ask me about Bab all the time. That's like the British blocking.
That one has been making moves lately.
Has it?
X is up 22% right now.
Really?
Bab's up 20%. Wow.
Yeah, let's see. What, VeChain. So VeChain has
the World Bank for Microeconomy.
It's kind of like anyone in the world can have a British bank account. Here's the part that I don't understand. Why would people want a bank account when you can just have crypto?
Yeah, there's just, honestly, there's a lot of projects that are just not going to be there.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Did you see Dennis Rodman went to Singapore, sponsored by Potcoin?
Yes, his interview. Oh my, and he started crying. Oh my God, yes. That was something else. I want to know how he is so connected to North Korea.
Apparently Kim Jong-un or whatever his name is. Yeah, he's a huge Dennis Rodman fan.
That's crazy. Yeah, because I don't remember what the movie was called when they did that parody interview. He had a lot of basketball stuff in there too.
Dude, I love the Katy Perry scene when they're in the tanks and they're just in that movie.
That was a good movie across the board.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought that was crazy. Potcoin and everything.
Yeah. For sure.
Definitely different.
Yep. So let's see.
So what's your overall take on this market right now, though? I mean,
I honestly thought that... Well, I thought that June we would start to see some positive movement. June's only half over, granted. But I thought that June we would have seen some positive movement just because, like, I think like 3 out of the past 4 years in June, there was a pretty significant spike.
Yeah. My prediction was near the end of June to be around 600 billion, but of course that's blown out of the water now.
Yeah.
Who knows? Anything's possible.
It is.
Like what happened in December.
I know. That was just uncanny. And most of that was due to Tether. Knew that was happening.
Yeah, I never really knew much about Tether or really researched about Tether. I watched Crypto Lark's video that he posted on Twitter like a day ago talking about how Tether was the cause of that pump.
I never realized there were 2 crypto guys named after birds.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Lark is Lark's name.
Lark, yeah.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah, I think right now, I mean, there's not... Obviously, we don't want to all have our portfolios high in the green, but I'm not necessarily complaining. This is just a great time to, of course, any fundamental investor to just make a position.
Yeah, like I was never planning to be out of crypto in like now. I was thinking like, 3 to 5 years. Let's see where it's at then. So
exactly.
That it's down now, it doesn't really bother me. I get it that a lot of people are frustrated, particularly people who got in like November, December, January. If I was them, I would probably be pretty butthurt because
I mean that's when I was like in the phase of starting to invest a good amount of money, and I felt some of the hurt too. I mean, I'm feeling hurt right now, but I just have that mindset of not to worry about it 5 years down the road. Can't even imagine what the evaluation of some of these projects are going to be.
Yeah, like they're saying the overall market cap is going to be $20 trillion. 20 trillion.
Yeah.
20 trillion.
That's crazy.
I know.
Wow. Just imagine. Can't even imagine what a Bitcoin will be.
Yeah, well, they say that's going to be. I forget what he said. Tim Draper was saying it's going to. He thinks it's going to be $250,000 Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Not bad. Not bad.
I mean, personally, if we do get to that level where the market's at 20 trillion, I think Bitcoin will get surpassed by something.
Neo
is a phenomenal project.
Yeah.
Yes. Especially if, China opens up and says, hey, everyone living there can start investing and all that good stuff. I think sky's the limit for that project for sure.
Yeah. No, I mean, I also want to see what other what ICOs and stuff come out on these other blockchains, like on EOS and Cardano and all these other ones. See what they have, because Komodo just had their first DICO not too long ago, but Neo already has like 20 projects on there.
Yeah, I just have really been starting to appreciate the route that like Neo and Komodo with their first. And I don't know if Stellar is like that.
Oh yeah, Stellar has some too. Yeah.
Yeah, how like they're centralized in the sense that they don't allow just any crap coin to be created on their platform. And I think that's definitely necessary in crypto space to, weave out the junk and to really focus on what's important.
Yeah.
And credibility across the board. So I do like that. I mean, compared to like Ethereum, how they do allow just anything. But that kind of what gives Ethereum their jump is that so many dApps are created on Ethereum.
But so many scams are created on there too.
Yeah.
Something that I just thought of when you were saying that was another thing. Cash, QASH. So by coin, QUIONE. Well, so like they have an ICO mission control thing that's pretty cool, because like I don't invest in ICOs because I'm in the US, but like for ICO investors, every single ICO you have to go through the KYC, the AML, all that stuff. Well, they have like a one-stop solution where you just do it once and then you can get onto any ICO you want that they have going on there. And they also vet their ICOs. So like they'll only allow good ICOs, and ICOs are traded on their platform, CoinEx or cryptos, immediately after they're done.
Yeah, I swear, I just reviewed a project that does the exact same thing. Can't remember what it was called.
Cobenhood?
No. Don't remember what it was called. Yeah, I think, I know a lot of people, bash on ICOs and all that good jazz, but in the end scheme of things, you need ICOs.
Yeah, I think the people who bash on them are just the people who haven't profited from them yet.
Or like, can't invest in them.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't invest in them either, but I still look into them because down the road they are going to be on the blockchain. Excuse me. And you'll be able to jump on board.
Hey, I mean, if I wasn't a U.S. citizen, I would be investing all of my money in ICOs. I would get 2 more jobs just so I could have more money to invest in ICOs.
Yeah, I actually I got into Utrust, the Utrust ICO, through my buddy that lives in London, and I gotta say that was phenomenal gains.
Yeah,
6 cents to $1.40.
Yeah, that's insane. Yeah, a lot. I mean, especially ICOs right now probably don't see as big gains. Like if I was investing in ICOs right now, this is exactly what I'd do if I was investing in ICOs. Again, I only don't give out financial advice on my channel, but so basically, I would only go for ICOs that Ian Bellina, Supoman, or some other really big YouTuber is talking about, because right now when the market's slow, in order for them to actually see a takeoff when they're released, that you really need a boatload of people. So like that's what I would do if it was me. If I was just trying to get short-term gains. If it was a project that I believed in long-term, obviously do whatever. But for short-term gains, because my whole philosophy with investing in ICOs is kind of like a churn and burn thing. Put your money in.
You have to.
Sell it the first week.
You will get burned.
Yeah, just churn and burn. And
the first week for sure.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's what
you have those handful like Ontology and Wanchain that do absolutely phenomenal, but majority are not like that at all.
Yeah, I mean, or even like if you invest in number one, if you invest in decent ICOs that actually get a return, or you just wait until the market's booming again and start investing in ICOs because then everyone blows up. But whatever your returns are, you at least triple your money usually. So you keep a third of it in there, that can stay in there, and the rest you double you take 100% profit and then put that in something else. Yeah. Let's see. What else? Bullish on 10x. I am okay. No, not. I'm not.
They're like dead.
I'm not bullish on any payment platform right now.
The card.
Yeah. I mean, even Pundi X is really cool. There are a lot of them. I mean, there's Monaco, there's 10x, there's TokenPay, but even Pundi X, all of them are great, but they need adoption and they need regulation in order to do that. Like, no cards are available in the U.S. except for the Coinbase Shift one and maybe.
I think Pundi X is. I mean, during I did a review on them like a week ago, 2 weeks ago. They talk about in their roadmap that they are coming to the U.S. and Canada in July. I don't know if that's for the card, but hopefully. That's what they're working on.
That would be rad, because I would love a card, like anything to be able to spend cryptos easier. I think that's half the battle. I mean, I don't really want to spend any right now.
Exactly. No one does.
Yeah, but I don't know. Just to be able to pay with cryptos, I think that would be awesome. I've seen it done. Like when I was in different countries, I've seen people paying with crypto cards, but I've never had the pleasure. Yeah, Centra was a scam, definitely. I thought I like, you know how like sometimes you can pretty much pick scams out. I kind of suspected that one.
Websites.
Oh, dude, I suspected that one in the beginning, like a bunch of car dealers getting together to make a card, and then Floyd Money Mayweather getting behind it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Cool. Well, let's see. What else is there? So what are you doing right now in crypto? Just making videos and waiting out
right
this
now
thing?
I mean, I'm at the point where I don't necessarily want to make a video every single day about the same thing. Oh, the market's going up, it's going down.
It gets pretty boring.
It does. I mean, your videos are a little different. You do a different style, which I like, but right now I'm really just occasional video here and there, trying to get interviews, some informative content. But when it comes to like my investing, I'm not trading anything, not selling anything. You'd be foolish to. And I'm gonna start making positions. Yeah. I mean, we're already about to touch 300 bill probably by tomorrow.
Oh, moving that back up that much. Yeah. Yeah. I would like here's the thing. So I've been doing, just for fun, for funsies, I've been doing this MACD trading challenge with myself. Okay? So either way I win. But
oh yeah. How's that going? Making money?
Dude, it's going really well. Like I basically I put in $1,000. I sold when it dropped to like it was at 10,000 some. I sold when it was at 9,800. And so basically I just was holding $9,800 worth of day until it got down to like 7,000-ish, and then it went up for a little bit, went back into Bitcoin, and basically that buy sell was pretty much the same price, buy sell. But so far, yeah, it's working a lot more. I have more Bitcoin than well, right now it's back in day. But yeah, I have more than I started with. Pretty
simple flip.
Pretty simple trading strategy. I'm sure it doesn't work in all things, but I just want to like test it out. I just put $1,000 in, test it out with something, see how well it works. The one downside that I will say is that with day, there's like very little liquidity, no depth to the order books. So like, it's sometimes I need to pay a premium just to get it back into.
Get it out of there.
Yeah, because I was like, man, if this really works, maybe I'll do it with Bitcoin and Tether on a larger scale on on like Binance or something like that. But
see,
I'm
the
just
one
scared
thing
of
I
Tether.
don't understand with Tether on Binance is you could put it into Tether, but you can't take it out of Tether on Binance.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, unless I'm not thinking of the right thing.
No, I mean, it could be. I've never done it, so I don't know.
You can't sell Tether back into cryptos on Binance. You have to send it to like Bitfinex.
That's weird.
It is weird. I have someone asking about Electronium. I don't know much about Electronium. Do you know anything about Electronium?
I've always said it's the biggest shit scam.
It's at 102 right now.
Is it pumping?
102.
Oh,
12%, 13%.
Yeah, so they did just have something in the news today or yesterday. I always ignore them when they have stuff in the news. Okay, so Electronium, overview. Very good team in internet marketing. Like, the team behind them has done some of the best internet marketing stuff out there. So they know what they're doing in terms of marketing. Concept, basically you put this thing on your phone that cloud mines Electronium.
Yeah, burn your phone.
But it doesn't mine on your phone.
Oh, really?
It's basically like a game. It's like as if you had Clash of Clans or something on your phone, and there's just a little hammer just banging away on something, and that's cloud mining Electronium. I don't understand the purpose of it, really. I've never been a big fan of it. So I think it's probably a little bit of a pump and dump, but that's just my opinion. I've been wrong before. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's your answer, Alexandra. You probably did not hear what he said, but he said, Crypto Love said it's probably a pump and dump. I don't know anything about it, so I can't tell you much, unfortunately.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. So you think EOS price will go up now that the mainnet's live?
I don't think so. I mean, in the long term, definitely. I mean, they're on their own blockchain now, but I mean, I've tend to notice after every single mainnet, it goes back to its normal levels and just it's stagnant. I mean, same thing happened with Nebulous. Tron didn't. I was honestly shocked that Tron didn't have any movement the whole week. Its mainnet was supposed to be launched, and I mean, it was pretty bad timing with the market for Tron, but the majority of mainnets just it's a pump and dump.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. So
Steve Bannon is eyeing the ICO space. The chief strategic the chief strategist for Donald Trump.
Oh.
Well, the ex-chief strategist. He's looking into the crypto.
Dude, everybody wants to get into crypto because that's where the money is. I just interviewed someone today who did, and plus having an ICO is so much easier than an IPO. I just interviewed someone today, won't say who until the video comes out, I guess, but he did an IPO and an ICO within a year, and he's like, yeah, ICOs are 1 billion times easier.
ICOs? What's an IPO? I never heard of that.
Initial purchase offer. So, like, that's when, like, when something goes onto NASDAQ or one of the stock exchanges, they have to go through a whole bunch of rounds of funding and different things, and then.
So is that kind of what EOS was?
No, EOS was just a year-long ICO. Yeah,
okay.
Year-long ICO. The third longest ICO, third to Bitcoin and Ethereum.
What is going on with the Telegram ICO? Did it get canceled?
It did. Yeah. Oh yeah, it got canceled. Raised 1.8 billion, then got canceled.
I'm guessing all the funds went back to the original owners.
I would hope so. I would hope so. Funniest thing is on April Fool's Day, everybody was doing a joke thing, and like Telegram was the biggest news back then. So I made an episode, Telegram ICO canceled, as my April Fool's joke, but it actually came true.
Damn, that's crazy. You probably made it happen.
Oh yeah, totally.
And that's pretty crazy. I think I remember looking into it, and you had to put in like I could be wrong. I thought it was like $10 million to invest. It could be a little less.
Probably. Yeah, probably.
Because it was only like 200 investors.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you looked at any ICOs that are out there right now? There are a few that come to my mind.
I'm pretty bullish on Nuggets. No one's really talking about. I don't know if
I
you
haven't
know
heard about
Nuggets.
Nuggets.
They have phenomenal partnership with JD.com, the Chinese Amazon.
Hmm.
They're like the second or third largest e-commerce website in the world,
Really?
right below Amazon. And Nuggets is pretty much a way of storing your personal data, and you can store it using biometrics where no one has access to it, not even Nuggets. And their ICO starts on June 18th, I believe, next couple days.
Mm-hmm.
And their pre-sale already sold out, and they're only selling 500 Ethereum worth of tokens because it's doing so well. And they have like 35,000 Telegram members.
Damn.
It's definitely
500
one that
Ethereum's gonna
not many
disappear
people know
like
about.
that. 500 Ethereum's gonna disappear like that.
Yeah, exactly. It's nothing.
Wow.
But that's a big one.
Crypto Crazy says, "Show us your nuggets."
Yeah,
not on YouTube.
It's a pretty interesting name for sure. But I mean, considering they're already partnering with JD.com, that's Amazon. That's the equivalent of Amazon, which is pretty mind-boggling.
Yeah, yeah. There are a few that. So, let's see. Liquidity Network. I interviewed them. That's a pretty cool like second layer solution for basically everything out there. There is I've heard good things about Sparkster. That's like another high performance blockchain, not high performance blockchain specifically, but like another fast TPS type of thing. There's let's see. Morpheus Network is another logistics on the blockchain thing. There is there's a lot of good ones out there. I think it's just not the time.
It's not. I mean, no one is going to invest in ICOs right now. When they get on the market, they're just going to jump because the market's not doing well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely not the time. Which one do you think is better, Travala or Travel Block?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, they're both good.
I mean, I know a lot of people bash on traveling companies, and it's understandable. It's not very beneficial to everyone, but
yeah,
I think Travala's biggest advantage is that they're on Neo.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, I mean, like I have preference over any project on Neo versus any other project. Yeah, but the travel block thing is cool because anyone who invests 5 Ether in them in the ICO gets a free vacation.
Yeah. That was hard to believe. I didn't believe that at first, but I mean, I don't see why they'd be lying to thousands of people.
Oh yeah, How Do's another one. I think that one's ending pretty soon. Yeah.
I know Pixio Chain's over, but that one's a pretty exciting one as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the other thing. So like the travel thing, like I think that's cool because I travel a lot and that shit's expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And so like last year when I was in Bulgaria, I got invited to this not knowing. Okay, so basically, long story short, was I was hitting on this girl like the whole week at a thing, and I thought we were going out for drinks afterwards, but it turned out we were going to this like vacation. It was like this vacation club thing, and I was so bummed. But anyways. Long story short, I was like, well, this is pretty cool because you get super cheap vacations and you get to travel with a whole bunch of people. Seems like a lot of fun. But it was like hundreds of dollars a month just to join this thing. And that's how they get the good deals because you're paying monthly just to be part of this club, but you get the same benefits from Travel Block by just holding one travel token.
Yeah, I think once it gets out there and it gets exposure, I think people, I mean, I would use it. There's no reason not to.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a matter of time till, I mean, there's not that much competition, but there is a handful.
Yeah. The other one was someone asked about Celsius. I think that's cool. A wallet where you get rewarded for holding the tokens.
I haven't looked into that one. I did see that one.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah. And there's just so many different things out there. Cool. Icon. Yeah, Icon saw a big bounce back today. I think it was like 20% up today.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, I think. I mean, it's ranked what 22. I
Mm-hmm.
still think it's real. I mean, I guess it's not that undervalued right now. It's almost $1 billion.
Yeah, that's just like a nice little cluster there, right around that area. They have Omi's Go, Icon, Ontology,
Great
Lisk.
projects.
They're all just like sitting right there.
I have not looked into Bytecoin yet. Do you know a little bit about
Complete
Bytecoin?
scam bullshit coin.
I
Dude, go
It came
to
out of nowhere.
right, yeah, because it got listed on. Basically, it's a pretty insecure coin that I forget exactly what, but they got listed on Binance. When they got listed on Binance, it like 30x'd.
Mhm.
But basically, they're so susceptible to a 51% attack. Like they're one of the easiest coins to 51% attack. You can just go to crypto51.app, and it costs like less than $500 an hour to 51% attack it. I think it'll happen pretty soon because we saw that with Verge with Cash. They're up next.
I don't understand that though. Isn't Binance very specific?
Nope, not anymore.
Really?
Used to be, yeah.
Shame.
I mean, when in the beginning, December, January, February, Binance was like only legit projects got on there. Nowadays, they're charging like $1.5 million minimum just to be listed on there.
I mean, they're honestly probably just doing it because the market's not doing too hot. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do. But I that's the one thing I really liked about Binance is that they were very specific on the projects they allowed on there, and they let everyone vote.
Yeah, I think they
I'm
did.
really upset that Elastos did not get on there.
Yeah.
Because they cheated apparently with the voting and WePower.
What do you mean they cheated with the voting?
Elastos, WePower, and I don't remember who won. They bought votes, or like they used bots or something, and they got like 50,000 votes, and WePower got like 45,000, and it was clearly not legit compared to like the companies below them, so they got disqualified.
That's a shame.
So hopefully they get on there in the future, but as of right now, it's not looking good.
Yeah, well, I mean, Binance is going to rule the centralized exchange thing for maybe another few months. Because we're getting decentralized exchanges that are really, really nice and easy. And as soon as we have a decentralized exchange where people really don't know that it's a decentralized exchange, then I think NEX is aiming to do that next. The Neon Exchange is aiming to do that.
I feel like, I mean, as of right now, I feel like a lot of people are just really skeptical when it comes to decentralized exchanges, maybe like nervous they're going to lose money or stuff, but it's so simple. I mean, you don't put in any information. You can link your ledger, your
Coming from the dude who lost money on a decentralized exchange.
Well, that was their fault, not mine. I did everything proper, I swear.
Yeah. I know. I just thought that was funny how you're like, they're so secure, everybody's afraid of losing money, it doesn't happen.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. But Binance, I thought they were making a decentralized exchange, and I also heard recently that they're gonna start. You can put on fiat or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
That's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, so Binance is gonna have their own chain, Binance Chain. Huobi is also doing that. They're gonna have Huobi Chain. They're both gonna be decentralized exchanges, and then soon Binance is aiming to be able to have fiat pairings to where you can just buy anything with fiat.
I mean, Coinbase is still going to be up there, but
oh yeah,
that's going to put Coinbase
down.
Definitely some competition.
Yeah, yeah. There's already fiat pairings on Bittrex, so you can do that on. And then Binance is aiming to do it probably in Europe first with euros, and then eventually.
Do you still use Bittrex? I haven't used that in a long time.
No, Bittrex locked up my Neo for about 2 months.
Same. Yeah.
And then I was just done.
On there, but...
I unloaded everything from there. I was like, never again. Forget it.
No. We lost a lot of gas.
Yeah, yeah, because I just had some Neo left on there, but it was just number one, you didn't get rewarded in gas, so they're stealing everyone's gas on there, and number two, they just lock it up under wallet maintenance for months on end, and I was just like, forget it. Yeah, Aphelion further along than NEX, yeah, definitely. A lot of different decentralized exchanges, and that'll be the thing to see. Ethos to end Coinbase, maybe. We'll see. Yeah, so cool. Let's see. I guess that's good. We're approaching an hour. So, before we go, what non-financial advice do you have for someone out there?
Non-financial advice.
Like, okay, so basically for everyone out there, what advice that's not financial advice would you have to give them?
Basically, I would say right now, for all those people, you know, scared looking at coinmarketcap.com every 10, 20, 1 hour, whatever, a day, just chill. Just sit back, do your research on these other phenomenal projects at incredible prices, and go do your serving job or your desk job, get that extra fiat, and consider investing, because this is the time to do it. You buy low and you sell high, and we are low. So I mean, that's really all there is to it. And I mean, right now we're in the time where, you know, the market is so low. There's so much volatility because just one person can affect the market so much that down the road, when we do have a lot of money in the market, it's somewhat stabilizes. That's when you'll be able to breathe. So I think that's my advice to you guys. Just start researching. Learn what you're investing in, because I feel like a lot of people they'll watch a YouTube video or whatever and jump in something. Get on that white paper. Learn about some of these incredible there's some crazy projects in the blockchain space. It's pretty mind-boggling.
Yep. Absolutely. And we're only at the beginning. Beginning.
Literally the beginning. I mean, we started back in 2009, but I see 2017 really as the beginning, as, you know, millions of people jumping on board, and we're just at a beautiful level right now.
Yeah. Yeah. The prices, I don't know. People say the prices could go down to 3 something, but I don't think
3,000 something?
Yeah, 3,000 something. No, that would be
I
would be very surprised, and I would start buying a lot. I would sell everything I have.
Yeah.
And just buy a whole bunch.
I think what we're going to experience year after year is this cycle, kind of like a wave, where you know, from October to around January, February, we're going to have this beautiful pump, because, you know, you have families at Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's talking about it. You know, they have their tax return, all that good stuff. We're going to have that market pumping, and then we're going to die back down. And every single year we'll probably gain a couple $100 billion in market valuation. And I think that's what's going to happen year after time. I mean, at least for the next couple of years. So, I mean, you just got to be prepared for it.
Yep, definitely. Oh, yeah, apparently, according to Cliff High, EOS will crash and burn. Possibly.
He must be an insider.
Yeah, he's been right about a lot of stuff. Who knows? Cool. So that is it.
Yeah. Thank you, Crypto Love, for being a part of my first live stream. I know you guys didn't have his audio, so I'm going to actually ask him. Actually, I'll go over it.
Yeah, just steal the video from me.
I'll get the audio from his video, and I'll be able to post it on my channel so you guys can check it out if you want. So yeah, we'll have to do this again in the near future.
Dude, for sure.
I actually want to contact I Love Crypto, because I know he lives in Florida too, because he came up to me at the event and wanted a live stream. Also, we could do
a 4-way.
Yeah, exactly. I think that would be I think a lot of people would enjoy that.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, we'll reach out to him. I got his number.
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be sure to get the audio for you guys if you want to check it out later on. Be sure to go check out Crypto Love. Subscribe to his channel. Quality cryptocurrency content, and he has beautiful half-naked women all over his thumbnails.
Not anymore. Not anymore. It's just my ugly mug. Yeah, just my ugly mug.
You're not doing that anymore?
Nah, not anymore. You know, branding. I thought my beard is sexier than a bunch of scantily clad women.
Your beard is nice. You have to go over to my channel and look at my thumbnail. It's gonna surprise you.
All right, awesome.
I was pretty jealous about your beard. I had to put one on myself.
Oh yeah? Oh, I gotta go check that out. Awesome.
All right, thank you guys. I'll catch you later. Go check out that Komodo interview for me.
Awesome. Peace. Gotta stop streaming. And then we can talk
All
about
right.
all the important stuff we couldn't talk about on the live stream.
Yeah. Good video, man.